last session, you were getting ready to go to the memorial or funeral in Undertown for the people who had been killed by that beast, and Vikessa took 2 grams of soma, and very quickly, within 6 minutes, got super fucking high. That's where we left off.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm not actually done setting up yet. I open my GM map and shit.
Ooh, wait, does Vanessa have meditation skill?
No,
Emphatically no.
I will never get.
How small-minded of you.
I feel like meditation on Soma might produce interesting results.
Yeah, one of us might have to do that, but
Yeah.
it'll be fine. Just need a good trip setter.
It's just, I want to know what it's made of first.
Yeah, totally reasonable. Well, he has samples, and I'm pretty sure Hallow can, has some tools and time, even any time. It can be done. Figure out what's in it.
Okay. Well, so I presume you guys are going to head to make your way to the Undertown.
Trip sitting Vanessa. Got some chewing gum, bottles of water. Like I said, a stress ball for squeezing. Should be good. Maybe a big stuffed blanket just in case.
Okay. And yes, so Sam, just to refresh you on what the experiential impacts of that is, right now you are glowing with golden rainbow feelings that leak out of your core, filling. You've got fast beating heart, warm body, everything, colors are rich and warm, and everything is alive and friendly and happy to be what it is. And you are amused, you're comfortable, very comfortable, giddy. Things are very, every instance of a thing is a joyous blob of yes. And yeah, that's what's going on with you. Yeah, you guys walk into the central hub of Undertown. Yeah, it's this big open chamber. You can smell food being cooked and served on the sides of the chamber. There's a place where Sarah does her
We should have brought,
distribution.
I should have brought something.
You could have with a flashback.
Yeah. Let's see, what's a good thing to bring to a funeral as I don't know.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Some flowers, maybe a couple candles, maybe some food to share, a couple pizzas.
Let's bring flowers and whiskey.
Bring back the whiskey they gave you.
No, we'll look at the volume of the whiskey that they gave us, and we'll get the same volume in a nicer whiskey.
Okay. Sounds like a little bit of shopping, maybe you arriving closer to 9 p.m. And so people are gathered, large people are eating. Yeah, you bring some food, and Sarah is grateful, and she starts to pass out the food, the pizza to people, and they're thanking you and clapping you on the back. And so there's several fires going in drums and stuff around barrel fires around the space, but there's also a central one in the center of the hub is this circular depression it's like a central fire pit that a lot of people are generally hanging out around. In this case, the fire pit is surrounded by candles. People have put up various makeshift candles of various kinds, and people are milling about solemnly. And you're arriving right about when starting the services. Preacher comes out with some candles, and preacher is he's an elderly white guy. He looks like he could have been a classics professor or some philosophy professor or something. And he's got these glasses and tries to keep his white hair combed, and he's jumpy, but he's obviously very kind. He has a gentle demeanor, and he's always listening to people. And so he comes out and with his candle and sets it down with the others, and he starts to describe the people who died, and he's drawing from various classical or literature and spiritual traditions. It's not strictly Christian, but he's talking about God and heaven and the eternal circle, and just keeping it ecumenical. And the other members of the council of elders is here also. Some people are weeping, and a couple people weeping. You can see there's some people off in the sides that are high, or whatever their thing is. Some people are extraordinarily drunk, but people are generally keeping it civil. There's some personal items from the deceased displayed near the fire pit, and makeshift memorials, found objects, some found flowers, things, offerings that the people begin to toss into the fire, in the central fire. So preacher shares some of the victims' stories, and then a few community members step forward and share their memories of the people who died, and they're always good people once they're dead. And one woman comes out and sings a hymn that brings a lot of people to tears. Rat King is out there. Him and his security team are providing a protective perimeter out. They're not present. Yeah. Afterwards, and it's mentioned that the bodies were disposed of, were ceremonially lowered into the deeps because we can't have them drawing attention. But they've been cared for and blessed, lowered into the dark. And yeah, once the ceremony is over, unless any of you guys want to contribute to the ceremony.
No.
Okay. But once it's
Wait,
over,
well-
what?
Sorry, I had a second mute on.
Oh.
I guess Jason would probably want to go up and say something.
Okay. Yeah.
He would go up there and he would say that he didn't know the deceased, and he would have liked to have known them, but then he would warn everyone that there are like dark days to come, and that people should be
God.
ready for coming.
People are like serious and nodding. But these people seem used to dark days, and they seem to generally expect that things will get worse from here. They seem generally, they may not know what the hell you're talking about, but it seems like maybe they do. It seems like they're like, yep. So yeah, you once you make your way back into the crowd, a couple people like put their hands on your shoulders and pat you and stuff like that, and yeah, and then afterwards some more food is served, and there's some special dishes that the deceased enjoyed particularly, and some lasagna and some pizza with extra pineapples. And then after that, the candles are left burning, and people are generally milling about and starting to relax and chatter and party the rest of the
Jason
night.
would want to go talk to the preacher guy.
Okay. Yeah, he's sitting on an engine block, and a rusty engine block, and he's drinking some whiskey from a plastic cup and eating a slice of pizza.
Interesting choice of seat.
Nobody really knows how it got here.
Hey, I was wondering, you seem like a pretty knowledgeable person. Do you know anything about the esoterists?
He says, the what?
These esoterists or esoterists?
Esoterists?
These people, they're showing up everywhere, and they believe that the world isn't real. And Jason would hold up one of the stickers, stuff like this.
He says, sounds like nihilism to me, but simulation theory, sure. This idea has been around since ancient Greece. Oh, do you know the allegory of Plato's cave?
Jason doesn't know this.
He explains to you the allegory of people being in a cave, they're strapped in a cave, and there's a light source behind them and shadows on the wall, and if that's all that they see, then that's all that they know of reality. And I says, Descartes spoke of this too. Either we have no way of knowing that the world is not manufactured by an evil genie, maybe, but what relevance does this really have on our day-to-day lived life, is someone might ask.
Jason would be like, this really reminds him of the movie The Matrix, which was a really profound influence on him and his life choices. And he'd be like, oh man, that's just like The Matrix. It's pretty cool and interesting. But these people, they seem different. They seem...
He nods, he says, yeah, there's extremists out there. I think there's quite a few people up there on the streets and down here as well, that think that life has lost all meaning, and the best that we can do is acquire power. Usually I think people mistake destruction for power. The way to exercise our true power is to destroy things. I think that's a fool's interpretation of will to power, but there's certainly plenty of them out there. Have you met any of these? Is this a new gang or something?
Jason would explain that one of the victims of the demon bear was one of these people, and that he also saw someone at the park that day. He would also tell him that he saw a video of this guy sticking his hand through a wall.
Huh. That's interesting. I can tell you're concerned about this, Jason, and I'll tell you what, I'll keep my ear open. If this is an emerging gang or they are dangerous people, then I'm concerned about it too. I don't want another group of extremists making trouble down here with the people of Undertown again, so that's my business as well then.
Jason hands him a business card and says, let me know if you hear of anything.
Oh, okay. I will. Thank you, Jason. You're a private investigator?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very interesting. Thank you for your services, I'll let you know. And he sticks it in his jacket pocket.
I'm curious, when they lower bodies into the deep, where are they doing that?
Who are you going to ask that?
Is the doctor who was dealing with the bodies before, is she around?
Yeah, Doc Marie. Yeah, she's around providing moral support for people. And so yeah, you can ask her about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, she says, we got to make sure that the bodies are away from the cistern. That's the primary thing, but also away from any ventilation that it comes to Undertown. Also away from any potentially populated tunnels or areas like that. We know of a place that there's a shaft some ways away. It's a journey, but there's a shaft that drops into an abandoned. It's a sewage drop potentially. Don't think of it that way. We're not. It's respectful to the dead. The best that we can do to keep their loved ones safe.
Yeah, totally. Not criticizing the practice at all. I'm just when we were hunting down that bear, we saw some shafts that go pretty deep. And I never knew there were so many layers of tunnels.
Oh yeah, New York City is older and bigger than most people realize. As you can see, there's a whole abandoned world down here, or not so abandoned. The city is a machine, and most people only know of the functional outer layer of it, or the subway tunnels that they travel through. They don't think about how many pipes under their feet, how many tunnels, maintenance tunnels, and elevator shafts, and sewage tunnels, and drainage tunnels, electrical tunnels, and abandoned. And then those are the ones that are in use, and then the ones that are abandoned. The subway used to be many different companies, each with their own tunnels, and they got incorporated together into one. So they only use a small portion of the tunnels that were created. And they tried to do underground highways a while ago, but that in the 70s, and that fell apart. So
Yeah, I think we saw one of those.
yeah, there's one nearby here.
Is there anyone in Undertown who is like a cartographer who keeps any kind of record of the tunnels?
Nobody draws them out, but we know the tunnel around here. I'd say it's Rat King is the man that you want to speak to.
It's pretty good.
Excuse
Just we still don't know completely where that bear came from, so we probably will want to come back and explore a little bit just to see if we can figure out where it originated from, prevent anything else similar from happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. Who knows? Escape from the zoo, or some crazy rich person releases it, or something.
All right, that's all I had to contribute.
Okay.
Unless if anyone else wants to jump in on that conversation, feel free.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put my hands up like claws and go, grr, demon bear.
Vincent would like to ask, was there ever a terrorist group down here?
Who are you asking?
Either the doctor or Sarah or the preacher, whoever's nearby me.
Okay, so I think you're maybe near preacher. You asked what? Did you ask again?
Was there ever a terrorist group or gang rebel group down here?
He says not here, but there's plenty of gangs that hide out underground. We try to keep them out. We have been harassed by them before. Some of those gangs you could call terrorists. They're lawless, and they do their best to try to keep a law from being applied. They will kill, they will destroy. But
What
most
happened?
of those problems are in Cutthroat City.
What was the major gang and what happened?
We haven't had any major gang incursions here in a long time. We've been bothered by small gangs. There's other communities down under the city, and most of them are not as functional as us, so to speak. A few months ago, we had one of those small gangs come in and try to shake things up, but we overpowered them, chased them out.
What group was it?
Just a group of shitheads. I don't think they had a name. I didn't know them. They were just here to try to steal our resources and scare us. So we threw them out.
Jason would mention that he's heard that the Korean mafia has an underground base and would ask like how many other criminal organizations have underground bases.
And he says that I wouldn't know. I don't know. I bet they could all have underground bases. There's a lot to the underground that goes out of the public eye. It truly is the Black City. Yeah, the rest of the party in Undertown, it consists of people playing dice, people drinking, people doing drugs of various kinds, people hanging out by fires and strumming guitars, singing. In one little corner, there's some people like looks like they're doing some sort of slow capoeira. and there's some kids down here too. Most of them looks like they're playing and ducking into an area that is the Warren, and yeah, people engage you in conversation and just about various things. There's a lot of people who are tired, who are apparently mentally ill. People who but a lot of people who are just down on their luck and have been like nothing. They just couldn't pay rent one month, and now they've got no support. And I even meet one person a woman who just decided to move down here. She has money, she had a place to live, she had family, but she was just like, fuck the world. It's safer down here. There's some people spray painting on one wall. Yeah, so the night goes like that. How long are you guys going to be hanging out?
Like a party. It's good to make connections, solidify our bond with these drink. Let's dance. What day of the week is it? It's a Saturday, right?
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Trains don't close, right?
The what?
The trains don't like end in New York, right?
No.
Yeah.
What?
So we can...
They never sleep.
Never seen. At one point, actually, so you guys are all each individually offered soma by somebody, or other drugs. Do you guys partake in anything?
What are the drugs?
Weed,
I'll go
cocaine. Yeah, there's heroin here. There's also ketamine. Sam, do you drink any alcohol?
Do I want to?
You don't need to, but alcohol is being offered. So I think your experience of all this, it's like you're at a fairy's ball.
We'll be keeping an eye on Vanessa. All right, you drink
And
water?
Yeah, and you can tell. So Sam, as Vikessa's making her way around the place, it's like you can tell some people stand out. Like to your eyes, they've got a special glow about them, and those on closer inspection, they're people who are on roughly the same wavelength as you. They're people who are also on soma. It's not like some sort of. It does feel like some sort of something supernatural, because the whole world is alive, and they seem to have this glow about them. But it's not like something you'd be able to see them through the walls or anything like that. But you can, in a crowd, you can just pick them out. Like you can tell.
I guess I'll go talk to them.
Yeah, making your way over. There's another woman who is sitting on a couch and grinning, and lock eyes from across like several meters away, and she's grinning at you, and she's just this welcoming spirit. When you guys puddle together, and you don't say anything, you don't need to say anything, and like who knows how long, what kind of time passes, but it's almost like you spend a few hours with her, and this other guy comes along and puddles. It's like you guys just spent hours just communicating, like dreaming together, communicating in some language that's just the language of breath.
Language of interconnection.
Yeah, it's almost like occasionally you'll come to, and it seems like you guys have actually been having like this long engaged conversation, but you guys never even said anything, and you're not quite sure what you remember what you were talking about, but it's that feeling. Then you like make eye contact and smile, and then puddle again, and yeah, it's kind, it's beautiful, it's delightful. Everyone is delightfully amusing. Their eyes are shining, their cheeks are flushed. They have this inner light of universal benevolence on their happy, friendly faces.
nice.
Helga wanted to ask the doctor if she has any idea, like the process of how it's made or what's in it or anything. Does she know medically what's going on at all?
Yeah, she didn't know what soma would be made from. She'd say obviously it's some high-tech process. It's something new, and it's whatever it is, it's pretty great. She says she uses it for people who they need. It's got good medical effects. She says she's actually performed surgery on somebody. They were on 3 grams, and after they came out, they reported like no negative experiences about it. And a lot of people, I've seen more and more people getting off of heroin and things like that because of soma. Like it's just so much better.
All right, thank you.
She says she thinks it may have been like there might be some like benevolent billionaire or something like.
Have you overall seen positive? If you had to evaluate the average heroin or crack user versus the average soma user, do they see better?
She says, "Oh yeah." She says they can't get there's no addiction. I don't see people being addicted to soma. It's just people do it when they want to. People have been using it to cope with withdrawal symptoms. We do get addicts taking it and stuff, but it gets them through the addiction. It gets them through the withdrawal. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive than heroin, but sometimes they can't afford the soma, so they go back to the heroin. But in general, I think it's a good thing. I've only seen good stuff from it.
All right.
Who was the gang that it was suspected that Mariah's twin was kidnapped by? The Jamaican gang?
Yes.
I feel like Rat King's the security guy. I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about that gang or if they interact at all. I'm gonna ask him if he knows about this Jamaican gang.
So he says, "Yeah, I've heard about the Jamaican gang. I think they're in the Queens East mostly.
Okay.
Drug dealing and stuff."
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, he's drug dealing and stuff. Pretty big.
Can you think of any reason why they would kidnap a child?
But yeah, I wouldn't want to speculate, man.
Okay, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but do you know do you know a child was kidnapped?
Potentially.
Jason would ask if they have any sort of like kidnapping or ransom kind of operation.
I don't know the Jamaican gang all that well. They don't really come around here. I stick around here. I don't go poking my nose in places I shouldn't be. I poke my nose in enough places, and they all stink, but not that. They're big old mafia shit. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons. You guess as good as mine. Okay, so.
But does he know anyone who would know about the Jamaican gang? Who would he go ask about it?
Who would I go ask? I don't know. I don't care. But okay. Fuck.
Probably Father Seamus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
Yeah,
We might know stuff. Yeah, my world is small, man. This world is fucked up. I just stay. I keep Undertown safe. I don't mess with the Russians or the Irish or the fucking Albanians or the Mara or like Little Joe or whatever the fuck his name is.
Jason would be like, but you have some sort of intelligence gathering operation, right? Are you like,
No,
where do you do things?
we hear everything. We hear everything that comes around through here, and we're actually right on the edge of the Latin Kings territory, but they generally don't come down here. The streets are their turf. We don't go into Cutthroat City. I don't go into Cutthroat City. There's a lot of gangs in Cutthroat City, a lot of small timers.
Is there anyone in the Latin Kings who you would talk to, or?
I've talked to some people. There's dealers and there's what?
Could you introduce us to anyone?
Is it like a dealer and stuff like that, or?
No, I just want to get to know people in the gang.
I could. I don't know them all that well, but yeah. I mean, there's some guys that I talk to that we try to stay out of each other's areas, but it's mainly they don't really care to come down here, and I mean, which is good because they wouldn't be if they wanted to take over Undertown for some fucked up reason. They probably could because there's a lot of them, and they got guns, and we got sticks, knives. But anyway, I do keep a little bit of line of communication. I could connect you.
That'd be a pretty sweet favor. And Jason hands him a card.
Okay. Yeah. When do you wanna go talk with them?
My schedule's pretty open. Whatever works for them.
Okay. I guess tomorrow I'll go find if I can find them, and I'll give you a call.
Okay, thanks, man.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So, Hallie, you're saying we should ask the surgeon if we rescued. If she's seen blue. Anything about the shape. Okay.
Father Seamus?
Say again?
Is it Father Seamus? Is that the guy?
Yeah, Seamus over here.
He might know stuff about the Jamaican gang. And I'm not saying we have to do that right now. I will forget if I don't put it somewhere.
Yeah. By the way, I recommend you guys keep notes.
I try, but when I try and write notes, it's like I can't seem to keep them in a consistent place or make them make sense when I'm reading them back later. Like they are fucking incomprehensible. It's almost like I have ADHD or something.
All I have are grouper notes.
That won't work.
And they're not particularly relevant.
Big fish. Let's see. Yeah, maybe you guys have spent now 4 hours here. It's like 1 a.m. And Vikessa, your high is still in effect.
How long is it supposed to last?
Maybe you ask somebody. It lasts about 10 hours. After about 9 hours, it starts to pass through the earlier phases. But at any point, you can take an antihistamine. Yeah, I recall you took you brought some Benadryl. Oh, so did you drink any alcohol?
No.
Okay. All right.
Jason would go around to all the heads, he's already talked to the priest, but also the doctor, the other leaders. He'd hand his card out and he'd tell them that if they heard anything about Blue, and he'd describe Blue, or the SO terrorists, to give him a call. And he'd explain that a little bit, and then he'd say, or if you see any more monsters or humans, I'm an expert in monster hunting.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you meet. There's also the engineer. You haven't spoken too much. He introduces himself as James. but everybody calls me the engineer because that's what I am. And yeah, so he's interested in when you say it's my specialty. What do you mean your specialty? You an exterminator or an animal control expert?
Yeah, it's like an animal control expert. I'm at the blackjack and say, I'm really good at hitting things with this.
He nods. Okay, that's the end of his questioning. But yeah, so all the unofficial, the leaders of the Undertown have your card now and agree to contact you in case you get any information on the esoterists or any more creatures.
And Blue.
And Blue.
Hear anything about Blue?
Okay, yeah. A couple of them are like, "Why? What do you need? What do you need to know about this Blue guy? What's he got to do with stuff?"
Oh, mostly I want to know if he's still alive. He was living in the room where we fought the demon bear.
Okay, they'll agree to let you know. 1 a.m. rolls around. The party starts to thin a little bit. 2 a.m. it's thin some more.
I think Jason be ready to go at 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of us have jobs.
It's a Saturday.
I guess that's fair.
Don't want to fuck up your schedule though. Okay. Yeah, around 2 a.m. you guys are ready to leave. All right. You started. It was 7 when Vikessa took some. Yeah, it's been about 7 hours, and you're still flying high, rolling around on the couch. What is time? Time is a beautiful angel that dips down into consciousness every once in a while and yanks life away in this joyous little dance, spinning the threads around his fingers, and then vanishes into the abyss for certain spaces or something like that. That's what time is to you. And then your friends are gathering you up to go. All right, so I assume you guys are taking the subway again. Vanessa's still high.
Helga would try to get her to take a Benadryl before going home. Just for
I disagree.
Vanessa, we can't, in good conscience, let you go off high like this. You either gotta stick with us or get less high.
I'll be fine. I'll take a cab.
Okay, but we don't know what Soma does.
Jason
know what it
grins at Vanessa and says, "Watch out for the esoterists."
His words come tumbling from his mouth like jolly little munchkin.
All right.
I'll look back at him and go,
Jason would also point out, I don't think I've ever slept alone in the past year.
Yeah, it's a little weird,
Same.
right?
That's why I'm going to Helga's.
Yeah,
I lived on a
over.
boat.
Come on over.
With
Make
a
it work.
tongueless elf.
Yeah. It was very relaxing. I wish you guys didn't have time.
Okay. All right, you guys are gonna hop on the subway, and then like somewhere in Manhattan, Vanessa's gonna get out and get a cab the rest of the way.
I'd want to make sure Vanessa got in the cab okay, and then go the rest of the way home. Everybody distribute blankets, pillows, sleeping shirts, whatever. Big
pull out
glass of water.
I'll pull my pocket pistol out of my handbag, and I'm like, I should be fine. And then I'll press it to my cheek
Okay,
because it's so cold.
I get in the cab with her.
Maybe we should all just rent a house together, like a big flop house.
It'll be pretty cool.
We
That
don't have
sounds
our
like
own
fun.
thing. I have a lot of important stuff in my apartment.
But yeah, all right. Alice, you're going to Vanessa's.
Yeah, she's pressing guns to her face. She needs a chaperone.
All right, all right. We have Vanessa and Alice. You arrive at Vanessa's place, and
Just gonna put on some records, chill out,
okay,
light some candles, put on some records.
it's a unique experience. The music flowing through like a glorious river of dancing sunlight, and and after a few hours, you think you fall asleep.
Yeah, I'd make sure she brushes her teeth and drinks water.
Take
Okay.
some off.
Make myself a little couch bed.
Okay. All right, and the rest of you go to Helga's place. Soleil's there, sleeping on the floor beneath. She's made a sleeping nook under Mariah's couch, and so you guys make your way to your respective sleeping spots. And
I'll sleep in the van.
okay,
Okay, for sure. All right, yeah, I'd give everybody, like I said, blankets, big glass of water, sleeping stuff. Pass it out. Someone can shack up in my bed with me too.
All right.
space.
All right, Vincent. So yeah, you guys all go to bed. Vincent, you go out and go in your van. Maybe you got like a roll thing that you can roll out and sleep in. It's a little bit chilly tonight, in September, but you've got blankets and stuff. At some point, so you get to sleep around 3-ish, and at some point, Vincent, you get up to take a piss and you crawl out of your van. It's really foggy. The street lamps are illuminating these orange blobs of fog. In the distance, someone walking their dog, but you're like groggy, and it like for a moment it seems like the person walking their dog is like the dog is walking strangely. It's like both of its knees bend backwards, and the tail is like writhing like a snake. And like the person walking is their knees are walking the wrong way, but you're like you blink and rub your eyes, and they're gone through the fog.
Whoa. I'll look around and get back in the van. Lock the door.
The next day, it is Sunday 27th. Yeah, if you were sleeping for a full quarter day, it's about 9 a.m. You guys get.
I'm gonna see how Vanessa's faring, if she has a hangover.
She does not have a hangover. She's feeling just fine.
Is she sobered up?
Yes.
All right, I start pestering her with questions about what Soma was like.
I'll tell her.
Yeah, I've described it.
Yeah.
It was great. Do I feel anything different?
No, you feel like you did before you took Soma. So you don't feel drained. You don't feel hungover. You don't feel, anything like that.
Pretty dope. 10 out of 10.
And I really got to find out what this is made of.
Oh, I guess that's something. I think Helga has some stuff in her apartment that a little bit of a chemical test on, just to see what's in it, maybe.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, I'd say that's a quarter day process for you.
Okay.
Investigating Soma.
Yeah, sounds good.
How about what are the rest of you doing on this day?
Let's see. I gotta practice some city integration.
Anyone's welcome to come over and hang out also while I'm doing it.
You guys want to go out on my boat?
You have a boat?
Wait, you have a boat? What the hell? We could practice city integration while on the boat.
I do aquatic locksmithing as well.
He picks water locks. Channel.
Well, Finley is down to go on a boat. That sounds
Underwater.
Well, you kids
underwater.
Not a water
What?
boat.
I'm just kidding.
You kids go have fun. Some of us have scientific. Bring me back some groceries.
All right. Cool. Sounds like Alyssum, you want to be on the boat, and same with Finley, and Solga's working. Jasen, what are you up to?
Jason's his mission for the day. He's gonna take he has 100 of those stickers, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna take 20 of them, and he's gonna find a wall somewhere that's like not the least trafficked place, but he's not going to Times Square. He just wants to find a place where he can stick those stickers on a wall and then stake it out and see if any esoterics are like attracted to the stickers. Maybe they seem to really like these sort of messages, right? That they're putting them on. He's thinking maybe he can attract some. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna do a sticker stakeout.
Yeah. Is there like a popular place for people to put up wall art or something?
Yeah, there's a lot of places. Yeah.
Jason will go to the arcade. He'll go to the arcade and he'll go to Blue's graffiti. He'll try to find that.
Okay. And how long were you gonna do the stakeout?
Like a
Quarter day or okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Is that everybody? Oh, what's Vikessa up to today?
I'm trying to figure that out. I have a lot of stuff to train. So the first thing I want to get Hamilton tickets.
Okay.
And because that opened apparently in August of 2015. So this is
Oh, it's
perfect.
hot and new.
It is hot and new, so that might be hard to get, but I'm
Original
gonna
cast.
go for it.
Her outfit for going to see it. I would love to see this.
Mhm.
Sure.
This is Hamilton Fit.
Yeah, but I guess we'll have to make a plan for going to this underground. We should do that later. I guess the most important thing is, I don't know, city integration.
Okay.
I was thinking about trying to hit up my contacts, see if anyone had an extra ticket. But
Do that.
yeah, I'll try to contact like my family connection.
So you have been, your memory here, trying to stay out of contact with your family.
How's my relationship with my dad's husband?
It's complicated. He's trying to stay out of the drama, but he wouldn't do anything that Thomas would disapprove of. So he probably wouldn't go behind your dad's back about much, Henry.
I don't know. I'm not on good terms with most of them.
Yeah, you know that if you were to try to contact your family, they'd be like, "Oh, look who's crawling back. But you got to earn your loyalty. You're going to have to suck ass and do some shit for us. We got some work for you to do. Let me make sure we can trust you again." That kind of shit would happen. Nobody's just going to be giving you Hamilton tickets.
I'm sorry.
All right, guys, I had to make a cheese toasty. What did I miss?
Oh, Vikessa is pondering on how to get Hamilton tickets. Which family member come?
Good Hamilton tickets. I can afford regular Hamilton. Yeah, I don't think reaching out to like, anybody. The only one that I would be like my business network, but I also feel like
So your father is less of it.
yeah, I want to I'm going to get in contact with my family again, but I'm not going to do it to get fucking Hamilton tickets.
But as far as all of your family and shit, your father is like the least problematic contact. He would probably be nice to you, and he would probably, like, if he could, he would probably not try to tell the rest of the family that he was in contact with you. And if they found out, he'd be like, "Hey, I gotta ask you some favors or whatever. Gotta do what the family says." Even though he is the head of the family, but he's also not he's not a dictator.
Yeah, like contacting her dad seems like a real to do, and I don't want to call and just ask for fucking Broadway tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one that's not problematic is like business network, but that's more of a professional.
Yeah. It's possible you could roll for try to find maybe a business relationship that you're trying to improve and have under the auspices of having a business dinner. Go to Hamilton, have dinner, talk business, and so on.
Yeah, then I gotta mix pleasure and work.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy regular seat, not mezzanine, but just the rig.
Okay, so
Just
yeah.
the one seat, or you
I'm thinking about. I should get an extra ticket just in case someone wants to get.
very thoughtful.
2 tickets would be about 350. Okay. And then would you say the rest of your quarter day you were gonna practice city integration or something?
Yeah, something.
Okay, I'll come back to you. So let's say first we'll go with Alice and Finley and Vincent. You guys head north and presumably all loading into Vincent's van, and you essentially drive to Vikessa's place. And but it turns out his boat yard is right underneath Vikessa's apartment. Hold on a sec.
That's very convenient.
Yeah. You guys head up there and get on. You go through. Vincent has a warehouse, and like it's connected through to other various warehouses through some hallways, and you walk down the long hallways and get to the back door and get into the boating area. And back there is Vincent's boat. It's like a little Vincent's.
It's
Yeah, what kind of boat is this? It's like
it's old and crappy. It looks like it's been painted many times.
a fishing boat, right?
What's her name?
Swifty. It was a fishing boat, but it was an old customs boat, and it was a fishing boat, and it looks pretty run down. But I've got my locksmithing stuff on there, and just pretty humble.
Okay, so yeah, you guys all get on this little boat and head off.
We can go around Roosevelt Island, circle the island, and then see how we feel.
Cool. All right, so you guys get out there on the boat, and it's a brisk day, and you guys are like working on making sense of the city. There's various large tanker boats going past, and Vincent, you have to keep your radio line open. You pass by Roosevelt Island. There's like a abandoned hospital there on the lower tip, and you're looking off to Manhattan, the skyscrapers towering above. You hear sirens. You pass underneath the Queensboro Bridge that connects them. There's also like a gondola, like a tram gondola that passes beside that bridge, and apparently like a university over there on Roosevelt Island, and various apartments and stuff like that. You pass by Manhattan. There's a big old hospital. So you circle Roosevelt Island. When you're heading back, you're passing the smokestacks of the Ravenwood Power Facility in Queens, and pass once again underneath the Queensboro Bridge. The industrial sites on the left, and you can see approaching is Vikessa's or Vanessa's apartment buildings, and then the back into the channel of Animal Basin, which is where the boat was parked. So that's about an hour of journeying, and it's a pleasant sightseeing experience. You guys talking about anything in particular while you're out there?
What if we can draw portraits of each other? as our New York City selves and our Forbidden Lands selves. That'd be fun.
That's
That'd be
adorable.
fun.
How would you frame that with Vincent?
That we're doing a D&D game, and like he should totally make a character that would be him. No, I'm kidding. Because actually, yeah, that totally makes sense.
So you guys notice a few things about Vincent. He's at home in the water. He's like steering. You notice he's got some like tattoos on his palms of like, what are they? Like harps?
Yeah, harp and drums.
Oh no, the 6th Street Harp and Drummers, most dangerous gang in New York.
Okay, that's a fair boat.
A full
Yeah, but crappier looking.
Okay.
a full back tattoo of him happily steering a boat over the water, and then when you look up, it's the exact spitting image of what he's doing right now.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. So, yeah, that was only like an hour or so. What else are y'all, Alyssum and Vincent and Finley, up to?
What do you
I
want to
could show him. Oh, I could show him my shop and the skin that Vanessa was working on.
Okay. Yeah, you take him into your workshop. About 1,000 square feet. It's about the size of a 3-car garage. In there, he's got a locksmith business, and
I would say that I'd try to meet them there because I want to get into work on that skin.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is maybe about a couple hours after getting up. So, Sam, you haven't said yet what she's up to. So maybe Vanessa's there already at this point.
Yeah.
I have
So-
gotten in, or am I just standing outside?
Can we just say we let her in while we were boating?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do your tanning roll, Sam. That crafting tanner.
Yeah, it has a -2.
Yes.
2 success.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, so that's a quarter day of working on that. So, but after about 3 hours, you know that it's going to work out. So yeah, that's when the others are tour the workshop, and what else are Alyssum and Fenrir and Vincent up to?
I wanted to work on city integration.
Okay, just at like his workshop. Yeah.
Well,
Also,
I wanted to do it on the boat.
oh well, the boat that was only like 1 hour.
Okay, fair.
So
I have a question.
what's up?
With practicing city integration, can it be kind of like whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I think most appropriately it would be like practicing, refamiliarizing yourselves with those city skills or talents, the ones that are in red.
Yeah.
In your case, driving around, or engineering or natural science stuff, investigation, or
I want Alice to do that. Maybe could be part of that. Would be she wants to like purchase hardware to have a computer that's like siloed away from her real life.
Okay.
Worried
Um,
about Linux.
So purchase hardware that is siloed away from your normal life.
Basically, she'll just try and go to like a flea market or something and get computer parts.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
I think Vikessa would be really into the Apple ecosystem.
Oh, we're setting up some Linux in Alice's apartment.
All right. So, and is Vincent joining them, or is Vincent and just hanging out at the workshop?
Oh, I'll stay. There was something I wanted to install in my van.
Okay. Okay. You can do that. What is it?
It's a license plate flipper.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that sounds like a technical role, and also the use of vehicle spare parts. Be $100 worth of gear. That would be your. That's something you should keep track of. Rather
Okay.
subtract from your monies, $100, and give me a technical roll. So it would be.
Okay, I can roll it.
Okay. Hold on a second. Before you do that roll, might do something with that. So it would be mechanics. Simple ones. Just only crude modification. So, okay. So here's a question. How is this flipping accomplished? Is it you go by hand, you go back and you flip, you go back in front of the car and behind the car and you flip it by hand and it locks into place? Or is this something that's wired through your car? This will be harder to do. And you have some sort of button or switch or something inside of your car where you flip it.
There's kits on eBay you can get, and you bolt it in, and then there's a remote.
Okay.
So the hard part would be you just got to drill a hole for power and do the wiring.
Okay. So not very difficult.
No, I mean, not too difficult.
Okay. All right. Then you succeed at installing that. Takes a few hours. Okay. So let me jump to Solga. Actually, get Solga out and resolved. Actually, I've got Nessa resolved. And all right, Solga, you are trying to learn about Soma by doing some experimentation. Say again.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I'm seeing if I can figure out they can make up anything about it.
Okay. Okay. Give me your roll for me your technical chemist, and let me see. Your homemade lab is probably not. It's just enough to allow you to do the work and not do some of the work and not really grant any bonuses. At your
Okay.
workplace or your other workplace, you definitely have much more equipment there. Though doing such work at your workplace would be, without people knowing about it, a little challenging. You are kind of head of research there, but it'd still be challenging. People would ask questions. At your other workplace, people still might know about it, but they wouldn't be as concerned. But then again, that means they would be coming into contact with people who I don't know how you feel about. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't. Have you
Yeah.
read about these people at your other workplace?
I have.
Okay.
Yes. I just wanted. It sounds like we have several samples available, so I'm just going to try to see if I can turn it at home.
Okay.
And then I was planning on going from there. Like perhaps it's very successful. I learn a lot. Don't learn much. We can explore other avenues.
It's a Sunday. Would anyone even be at work?
Yeah.
At my
They don't have good.
workplace. No, at my work
Well,
probably.
there might be some people at your official workplace too. They don't have good work-life balance. It's New York. People are looked down upon for having good work-life balance.
All right, here we go. I'm rolling. I got 2 successes.
Okay.
If you're hearing this, I have a very loud cat
No, I didn't.
that goes on my face screen. All right.
So, all right. It is it's organic chemicals, organic molecules, a lot of them, and the process of like making this would involve a lot of organic synthesis of there's really some really big molecules in there, complex shit, probably synthesized from derived from various natural resources, and possibly even completely synthetic molecules, but you haven't really been able to. That's just a guess. Whatever it is, the most that you get out of it is like one little element. There's some molecules that you find are found in some plants like kratom and kava, but and those are obviously not synthesized. There's psychoactive alkaloids, but they're like integrated with these other ingredients, that solvents and binding agents and stuff that will take a lot more work to suss out. But the point of this is it would be very expensive to manufacture. It will require a lot of science, a lot of testing, a lot of synthesis, possibly even raw materials imported from places. Who knows? It's some high tech shit.
Okay. Learned something. Not a bad thing.
And that's 6 hours of work.
Okay. That's a little disappointing, but it's okay.
All right.
learned.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump to. Go ahead.
I was gonna say after this time I'd like offer to like let Soleil have a break. 'Cause I'm just probably chilling, waiting for stuff to still. I'm like, you want to go out and like stretch your legs, get something to eat, buy some clothes, maybe. I can keep an eye on Mariah.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to my apartment to check on. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, go for
My-
it. I'll keep an eye
my
on her. I'll let you know if anything
just
happens.
air quotes, my life here.
I'll be like, yeah, for sure. Ain't that the truth?
Okay. All right. So she heads out. So Matt.
Yo.
Yeah. So you head up to South Bronx. So you drive up there. Okay. So 3-minute drive. And all right.
I'm gonna do a group text that everyone should. We should have a little meeting at Vincent's workshop at 9.
9 p.m. Okay.
That'll give everybody like another quarter day, including me.
All right. So let's see.
Helga would respond with like cat meat. I feel like she'd be really into like cat meat.
All right. So Jason, you drive up to the South Bronx, and you park up there near the arcade, which is just a busy area of the South Bronx. There's out here. Yeah, there's a lot of small shops and businesses and stuff. It's a pretty commercial area, but it's low income kind of commercial. So there's cheap restaurants and there's a lot of kind of empty storefronts. You see occasionally, you'll see like these like Latin guys with the music, like Latin music blaring, and they're on their low riders and they're just cruising, and then you see there's like guys like on the corner rapping, and there's people like laying in alleyways, but it's generally like it doesn't feel like a unsafe place to be. There's definitely a lot of people. There's a little baseball like park nearby. Nobody playing baseball in it. There's like just a bunch of people like milling around in little groups. So you're wandering around placing those stickers.
Yeah, Jason would find like a wall Well, first you'd want to find the wall where blue tagged, the one that Patrick's character Vincent heard about.
You see a tag that looks a lot like what was described, what you saw described, and that Vincent demonstrated, and there's also a line there that says, "Reality is a brittle thing that breaks the moment you realize that it can bend."
Jason nods and says, "That's what he said in the video." He takes a picture of it with the camera.
Okay.
Jason pops out of the alley and looks around at what else is here.
You do see, I mean, so as you're like walking around and shit, looking at stuff, there's something that keeps catching your eye, and it's like ads for, you keep seeing this like ads for like this thing called the Queen of Shadows AR video with like in cooperation with Eyesight. It's like an Apple ads, but they're, you just notice that they're around, but you like in some places there's like some pop star, kind of Lady Gaga like pop star named Bloody Rose that you hadn't really heard of before, but they're like, you're just noticing like, what's this pop star I haven't heard of really, and there's like ads everywhere. She's got this like long black hair and this like silver mask covering most of her face, and this like red tear coming down, and she has released like a song called Queen of Shadows, and it's like this big, for some reason enough, it's advertised like that it's only only on Eyesight, and it's like some sort of like citywide augmented reality music video or something. It's
What is her name? Bloody Moon?
Bloody Rose.
Does she look like she could be a Mariah clone?
She's somebody with a mask on. She's
Her
like
hair's
in her
black,
20s. She's not like 10 years old. Yeah. I mean, that's, you can't, that's not something that you would be able to, I mean, yeah, the dead giveaway is no, she's not the right age.
Okay. This is interesting. He'll set up somewhere, he'll find like a place that's kind of busy, and people watch for a bit.
Okay. It's around 2 p.m. and you're sitting, people watching, and you see this black Cadillac drive by. The license plate says "lie" on it.
Jason follows it. He hops in his car and he starts following.
Well, you're not near your car, but fortunately, it like rounds the corner and it stops outside outside of a like a pawn shop.
Does Jason recognize the driver? Is it the same guy?
Yeah, this guy gets out.
Jason's gonna photograph, try to get a good picture of his face, as long as he doesn't see him.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
I got 2 stealth. 1 success.
All right, you get a picture. This guy, he goes into this pawn shop.
Jason follows him.
All right, you go in, and the shopkeeper is behind. He's come out from behind the counter, and this guy he's got a cardboard box, and he's packing up several items from the there in the pawn shop, and he's got like 2 boxes actually that he's packing up, and he glances briefly, he sees you come in, and he just goes back to his stuff, and you can see him much more clearly. He's definitely this weird looking gaunt figure. He's got these like prominent cheekbones, and and these like icy blue eyes, and
Jason's gonna walk up to him. He's gonna sneakily slip a sticker in his box and ask him, "What do you think about this?"
All right, so you want him to see the sticker.
Yeah, but he doesn't want anyone else to see.
All right, and that's the sticker that says, "This isn't real," but then again, what is? He says, he looks at you, and he takes the sticker and he peels it and he slaps it on your chest, and he says, "There's nothing to think about, is there?" And he goes back to packing up the boxes.
Jason just kind of watches him for a bit.
He says, "Why exactly would I want to think about such a thing?"
Jason would ask him, I saw you the other day at Highland Park, and you said something similar to a man. I think he might be a Repo Man.
He says, "That is what I am doing. I do repossess."
Does this pawn shop owe you money, or?
And he looks at the sticker and he says, "I wonder, sir, what it is that you possess that you think you are owed to."
I'm owed to? What?
You want the truth, don't you? You come to me looking for the truth.
Yeah, that's what I want, the truth. I want to know why you said all that weird stuff to that guy about the cracks in the pavement. Hold on, let me find it. Jason, it's ruffling through his pockets, and he pulls out a notebook. And he says, "Funny, the cracks in the pavement is where the truth leaks through. It's funny, you think you own your life until someone comes to collect." What does that mean?
He says, you can't repossess the truth, but you can certainly make it cost more. And he takes one of the boxes, and he steps past you. Says, good day. And he starts to leave the shop.
Jason would ask the owner of the pawn shop, is there anyone else here?
Yeah, there's a pawn shop owner.
Jason would be like, what do you know about that guy? What's his name?
He shakes his head. He's like, he's a Repo Man. I don't know. I owed some people some stuff. All right. So what do you want from me?
I don't know. Jason walks out.
Okay.
He sticks one of the stickers on the back of the guy's car.
Yeah, the guy is like, he's loading one of the other box he left behind, but he's putting one box into his car, and he looks at you and he says, he looks at you and he just stares at you for like a minute.
Jason gets kind of freaked out.
Then he says, wake up or pay up. Either way, the interest is due. And he gets in his car and closes the door, starts to drive off.
All right, Jason is pretty freaked out. He goes into an alley. He starts checking his pockets and stuff to make sure he's not bugged.
All right. Yeah, no, you're not bugged.
All right. Jason goes back to his car and he drives back.
Okay. I got a picture of what he looks like for fun. Just for fun. Sam is maybe the only person who knows who this face actually belongs to.
Start having a panic attack and saying, wake up? Can't wake up. Wake me up inside?
Oh, my name. Come undone.
Save me from myself. I don't know. I don't remember.
Here's the guy. And he's like, you can't even tell how old he is. He could be like in his 60s or in his like 40s. So, yeah, that's after, and another hour passes of you investigating shit and to no avail. So, yeah, you get a text to meet back up with the rest of them at 9 p.m. So,
Did we have 1 or 2 quarter days that we could try?
2 before you meet up again. So it's about 3 p.m. now, and Vanessa was talking about meeting up at 9.
Okay, I'll spend that time. I'm gonna, get whatever computers I bought set up and operational, and consider that city integration.
All right. So is Finley also just hanging out at the workshop?
Probably. And
Sure.
I'll probably hang out on my cell phone and kind of look at different shit. She's also probably looking at like bird shops close by because she likes her bird a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Jason, what are you up to this quarter day?
For the morning,
No, this is not the morning anymore. This is from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
I guess Jason will call the New York Times reporter.
Okay. All right. And what about Helga? What's Helga doing the second quarter day?
Partially wants to go maybe try testing again at her other workplace.
Okay, so Jason, you give Lisa Marie McIntosh a call.
Jason would suggest that they meet up sometime soon, maybe tomorrow. He's got,
Yeah.
things to share, no phones.
She says, she's like, yeah, me too. I was actually I've got somebody extracting some information right now that I think he's onto something, and I think you need to know about. But he probably won't be done till tomorrow. I don't know if it's full. I don't know its full implications yet. But yep, let's meet up tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Sure, it should work.
Okay, where at? Where do we meet?
Where do we usually meet?
She says we can meet at your office.
My office. Where's my office? Wait, Brian. Jason has an office?
You do have an office in Queens North. So check out the player's map.
This is like work. It's like I got an office I gotta go to. I gotta play.
Well, I mean, you're a private eye. You
Right.
have an office that
You need a place where dames can come. And
Yeah, you're gonna meet a dame tomorrow at your office.
Oh, you let dames come in your office?
Do you see the player map?
Whoa.
The player.
I'm getting on it.
Oh, okay.
I hope you're not hard up when you get there.
Jason's like, yeah, my office, right.
That's where your office is. You see it?
It's not loaded.
Oh.
I see your little circle though.
That's your office. That's where your office is. And over
So
here
this
is your
is the-
house. This is where your
Okay,
apartment
so
is.
they're close.
Yeah.
That's good. I guess Jason, after getting off the phone, is like, all right, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Gotta go to my office. Then he'd work on city integration.
Okay, give me a wits roll then.
Let's see if I can actually.
Oh, and what are you? Where are you? What do you? And how are you doing this?
Jason's gonna go to. He's just gonna walk around the city in the dark.
You're walking around. You're heading more towards downtown Brooklyn now, and it's around 8 p.m. And so you're walking past like a barber shop, and there's actually a squad car pulls up, and it's got its lights on, but not its siren. But it pulls up, and like 3 cops get out, 3 Brooklyn NYPD, and they approach the barber shop, and they start to like actually kick people out of the barbershop. There's like people in there getting their hair cut, and and these guys the cops are coming in. They're like, all right, everybody out of here, everybody out. People are like, man, what the fuck? You can't do this. And they're like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. And one of the people who gets kicked out, this is like real kind of gangster type. And he's like had his hair is like half cut. Fucking pigs, man. I'm gonna get my gun these motherfuckers down. And the cops they appear to be clearing the place out, and then a limousine pulls up, and you're kind of out on the sidewalk, and they're like not letting you pass. What are you doing? Are you hang out there? Or?
Yeah, Jason's gonna hang out and see who comes out of the limousine. He's interested to see who it might be.
Okay.
He kind of ducks back and he pulls out his camera. He gets ready to take a picture.
Okay.
Well, he powers it on, but it's in his pocket. He it presses the button and it like chimes, and the screen turns on.
Yeah. Okay. So the limousine pulls up, and like a couple of the cops approach the limousine. They like open the door, and this woman, she's like in her late 20s. She comes out, and she's got a pair of eyesight on, and she has like a couple bodyguards that also have eyesight on eyesights, and they go into the barber shop, and the cops they see you filming. You got like your camera and you're taking pictures.
Jason, he doesn't really know what to make of this. He doesn't take a picture. He was thinking maybe it would be Andy Shernick.
Right.
He doesn't does he recognize, is this Bloody Rose? Is that who this is?
Bloody Rose wears a silver mask in the advertisements. They give me a scholar roll. Let's see, scholar
business roll
-2. You're already at -3 total.
So -2 and then -2 because I don't have city integration.
You have city integration at rank 2, which gives you -1.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll
-3 total. So it's just total. Scholar.
I didn't get anything.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know who this is.
Jason are there any of the people who were in the barbershop still there? Jason could go talk to and ask.
Yeah, there's a couple people milling about outside. That one guy who like threatened to go get a gun has left, but there's a couple other people hanging around. They've still got like their aprons on, and like they're like on their phone and like pacing and cussing and stuff like that.
So they're both like trying to make a phone call?
There's like 3 of them. One of them is on his phone, and the other one's pacing, and the other one's just like he's kind of thrown his apron down and is going across the street to like a restaurant.
Jason goes to the one who's pacing and says, "Hey, do you know who that woman was?"
He says, "Do I look like I give a shit?"
You just got kicked out of your store.
Yeah, I was in the middle of getting a fade, but I don't know, some fucking rich motherfucker. I don't give a shit who that is.
Oh, so you're not one of the barbers. Are the barbers still in there?
There were a couple barbers, and they're both still in there.
Someone who looks like she gets the haircut before you, huh?
Yeah,
they kicked you out so they could give her a haircut.
I guess so. Why don't she go to her own fucking boutique shit ass haircut place? I don't know when they're coming down here.
Did Jason see in the window? Does he see this person getting a haircut?
So there's like cops are standing on the sidewalk, and they're kind of preventing you from getting in there, but you can hear. Well, you can't hear anything. So you can't walk close enough to like look into the window exactly. You could go across the street.
Yeah, Jason. Is there anywhere he can get up to where he could maybe like use his binoculars to look in the window?
You have binoculars?
He does now. Jason pulls a pair of binoculars out of his bug-out bag.
Okay. Willpower. I think you have to spend willpower to do that, or not? I don't know. Okay. All right. So then, yeah, sure. You go across the street and take a look. Are you trying to be stealthy? It's quite possible to be watched by these people.
Yeah, I guess Jason would want to try to be stealthy.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Holy shit. I want to level up my stealth too. Is that okay?
Yeah. It only comes into a play after you sleep, though. Yeah, right. So, okay, yeah, you're pretty stealthy. You, like, sink into a dark alley and look, and you see that the woman has placed one of the barbers into a chair and is, like, shaving the barber with a straight razor, and the barber looks terrified. And there's a couple bodyguards nearby, and she's like saying something, and she seems all casual, but it doesn't look very nice, whatever's going on in there. And and she's like, shaving away, and she makes a cut on his like cheek, and the guy winces, and she laughs, and she doesn't finish the shave job. She kind of like she then like puts some like sprays some aftershave on him, and he winces some more, and then she gestures to her bodyguards, and she starts to walk out. And the bodyguards drag the guy into a back room, and the other barber is just like standing there in the corner, looking like they're pissing themselves. And the woman exits. She says something kind to one of the police officers, and then she gets in her limousine. And then the bodyguards come back out and get in the limo, and and they drive off.
They all had those eyeglasses.
Yeah,
Jason hangs around for a bit. He's curious to see if the person who said he was going to get a gun comes back.
he does not.
Did the police leave?
The police, get in their car and they leave.
Jason goes in and investigates the barbershop. He's gonna interview if the barber's still alive. He's gonna try to figure out what happened to him.
The barber is still alive. So there's another person who's like guy who's the other barber who wasn't who's just standing there the whole time. You come in and he's like, "Hey man, sorry, we're closed. I need you to leave. We're not gonna no haircuts right now, okay?"
I don't want a haircut. I want to, I saw what happened. I want to check in on the guy who got the shave.
He says, "It's all right. It's all right. Just."
No, it's not all right. I want to know. I want to know who that woman was.
He says, I don't think you want to get involved, my man."
Hey man, I'm just asking questions, not getting involved.
He says, "This is some mafia shit, okay? I need to go check on my friend."
Which mafia?
Well, the Italians, all right? I don't know. He's gotten he's gambling shit. So he like rushes back into the back room, and all right, his friend is back there, just has gotten beat up. He helps him sit in a chair in the back office and stuff, and gets some ice and shit like that. And the guy's like, fuck, hey, who the fuck are you?"
Hey, I'm just a neighbor. Was walking through and I saw what happened. Wanted to check in and make sure you're all right, man.
I'm fine. Thank you. Okay. I'm fine. Fuck.
That woman was with the Italian mafia?
Yeah. She's yeah. She's also a
She's also a what?
well, city councilor, Just
Really?
it's just she you don't want, this is not somebody you fuck with. And I know, and I fucked up. So
How did
that's
you
on
fuck
me.
up?
I'm just, there's people you don't want to get in their debt.
You owe this
And
person money.
Yeah, I owe this person money. All right, just
Wow.
You wanna give me money?
Jason hands him $10.
10? Okay, can you multiply this by 1,000?
I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Fuck.
Just say, yeah, that would be 10,000. Anyway, see you later.
That number is 10,000.
Jason, he leaves.
Okay.
That was really interesting. A city councilwoman. Jason, I feel like, should know all the city council. I mean, he's obsessed with Andy. What's his name?
Andy Chernick.
Andy Chernick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a city councilor named Alice James.
Alice James.
Yeah.
Like Alyssum.
Not like Alyssum, but like Alice. That is Alice as well.
Right.
Alyssum's a city councilor?
Alyssum's last name is Amaryllis, not James.
Honestly, Jason's not too fazed by this. It's something that would have happened in Glimmerland, It's like, yep, I've seen stuff like this. I've seen it all. And he keeps walking.
Okay. All right. So the rest of that evening until 9 p.m. is uneventful for you. So you guys meet up at 9. You all meet up again at Vincent's workshop.
Vincenzo.
Can I work on improving my shop?
Yeah.
I want to cut.
Go ahead.
I want to cut a hole and put a hatch in the roof and put in a ladder.
Okay.
The ceiling to the roof.
Yeah. All right. Spend a quarter day. Vincent spends that quarter day building a ladder and hatch into the roof. Okay. So you guys meet up at 9 o'clock. We could continue for a little bit longer just to establish what you guys are like talking about, or we could end the session here. Depends on what you guys feel like.
I'm neutral.
Let's chat, because I got things in my brain and they got to come out.
Okay.
Okay, here. First, I made this link. So Vikessa's type A ass has a whiteboard.
Oh, nice. Operation Korea. Okay.
Woo. Okay, so the first question is, are we going to work?
Hell no.
Yes.
For me,
Yeah, I'm going to work.
I guess I'll do that. Okay, so I think our most important thing is getting the flash drive.
I think the most important thing is getting Mariah's twin.
Yeah.
Well, this is all heading towards, yes, ultimately, let's do overarching goal, twin. But under that, getting this flash drive.
Figuring out who the esoterists are.
Learn to
There might be a connection between Soma, the esoterists, and the demon. Because we know that Blue was doing Soma. We know that Blue was an esoterist. He was doing magic. And we know that somehow he is related to the demon bear. Maybe he was just killed by the demon bear. Maybe he accidentally summoned the demon bear. Maybe he turned into the demon bear. Like maybe the esoterists are all demons that have escaped from Chermog. Or maybe they are just people who took too much Soma and then reality was broken. Or maybe something else is going on.
Okay, Soma. But the one thing that I'm really interested in, money. So we can steal, by going where they make this, we can steal this from the back.
You want to rob a bank for money?
No, I want to rob a bunch of the Korean gang and do good things, free those scientists, figure out where the Soma's coming from, figure out what the connection they have to Chermog. I will not address Vincent while I say that word. And, connection to demons and whatnot. But then we can also get lots of money. And then that means we can get guns. You understand?
Okay.
And then guns, I didn't do
Well-
that well, equals Chrysler building,
I love how into the Chrysler
Dead.
building you are.
dead. I think it's the key theory.
Like you've totally been Jasen pilled. You're like, yeah, it's Chrysler.
Yeah. Here, let me tell you why. Because
I-
where did we
think-
get into Chermog from, right? We
I
got
think
into
that
it from
the
the top
issue-
of a big tower. Then where
the
did we
issue-
get here from? Top of the biggest tower.
All right, that's some good logic.
So also, here's the other thing.
That was probably
How
I
many
knew of.
how many sisters does Mariah have?
We don't
Does anyone
know.
remember? 3.
She's already combined with one of them.
1. So there's one here.
Yeah.
Where is that sister? Top of a tower.
Potentially
Probably
making it.
at the top of a tower. There's just there's a theme here, and I have a theory.
Vanessa, really quick. Here's the problem with your plan: is that
Here's a big
the flash
well.
drive has like nothing to do with money or Soma. The
Correct.
flash drive is full of evidence of like organ
Organ
harvesting.
trafficking. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also just a good thing to do.
Do you think it's a good thing they're harvesting organs?
No, I think it's a good thing to free the slaves down there.
G Young told us that there was information about Soma testing and manufacturing on the flash drive.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, and then also we can get access to their computers, and then also get a prisoner. I don't know, kidnap one of the people there and
What?
torture him mercilessly for information. And Vikessa looks really happy when she says that.
Listen, this isn't the reason.
and
I don't,
nods.
I don't think we can hold random people and torture them.
Yeah,
At least not yet.
True.
That's true. It's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to get a facility so we could build a cage in it.
To torture people. Okay, listen.
Sorry, question
Interview.
in air quotes.
I have a better way of getting information than committing that kind of crime.
Google it.
Mhm.
It's
Cybercrime.
not a crime if it's against criminals. I think it's weird that we haven't told Vincent everything yet, and we will have to eventually. But that's up to
It-
everybody else.
Hard to explain.
Hey, did Jason has Jason shared any information about what he encountered?
Yeah.
What?
Jason would explain everything. He talked about the Repo Man and the city councilor
Did you show a picture?
of the Repo Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would show it to everyone.
Vanessa, you find that image of the Repo Man. He is distressingly familiar looking.
What does he look like?
You can't quite put your finger on it, but he
Yeah.
looks like he's a member of your family.
But that's the Italian mob. Oh wait, no, that's the Repo Man, not the counselor. Which member of my family? Can I?
Not your city family.
Interesting.
It's Cavill.
Is it Cavill? I mean, everybody would know what Cavill looks like.
No, not your brother. Though you do have another family member named Kevin.
My grandpa?
He looks an awful lot like your grand.
Might be my grandpa. I'm looking for that guy. Where did you saw him?
I've seen him twice. I've seen him once at Highland Park and once in South Bronx. He's a Repo Man. He apparently knows that none of this is real. I don't
Well, yeah,
know.
of course he doesn't. He's from the Ravenland.
But wouldn't that mean that he'd have to come here with an iron ring?
That's where I
For
got
sure.
my iron ring.
From a family member?
I got it from him.
Oh wow. Well, it seems like he's here and he knows as much as we do, maybe more.
Okay, so over here is Tom C. Over here is Grandpa. Okay, so these are important. We're gonna circle back to these. We're gonna table these for now. We're gonna circle back to them. Okay, so that underground facility was also where we came. Well, does anybody else have any other things they want to bring up?
Yes. If there's a way for us to bend reality, we should prioritize trying to figure that out. So that'll give us such a huge advantage in any of our endeavors.
Bend reality.
Yeah.
It's on the itinerary.
What would Vincent? He's here. People y'all are like brainstorming about this stuff. What's Vincent's reaction to all this conversation? What do you think of these fucking people?
He's thinking he's gonna check to see if he's dreaming.
You are. It's a whole dream. You wake up. They're all gone.
We all die immediately.
You're not dreaming. You ain't dreaming.
He
Or are you?
he's just trying to take it all in. He'll say, "So my dream, I came from another place, and it sounds like you guys had the same dream. You guys are from another place, but I can't remember where I was from before. How do you guys remember where you were from before in the dream?"
We were given a little trinket to help us remember,
Oh,
but
what
it's
was
not
the
even
trinket?
it's not even visible on us here. I don't know how to give you one. I don't know if we can. Like it's disappeared. It's melted into us.
Okay, so we're gonna go to work, and I feel like we got to move towards a goal. And I think the first goal should be infiltrating the Korean gang lab, in my opinion.
I feel like that's a good first like big goal.
I think we should do it as soon as possible because I want to find out also about the elevator.
So if we talk to Ji Young, we might be able to get some information about how large this facility is, how many people might be there, what kind of security there could be. Also, she might know the identities of some gang members.
Okay.
I also really want to acquire some of those glasses and like break them open, but that we could do that later. That's more work than just making phone calls and Googling stuff.
Yeah, you can do one of those while like taking huge rips off of your SpongeBob bong from college.
But yeah. So part of the reason I want to get money is so that we can get, so rather than just getting like a dinky little warehouse, if we got money, we could get a bigger warehouse.
Wait, if we get money by just like ripping off the Korean mafia, like we're gonna have to launder it.
I can set up like a shell corporation, and I mean my skill set is, my character skill set is literally to cook books.
Okay, excellent, great.
Yeah. All right, we're getting off topic. So I think we got a jumping off point.
We could divide into teams within our team. There's 3 main. One is Korean mob heist intel team. Okay, get info about facility, prepare physically for breaking in. Okay, buying weapons, etc. Okay. I'm bad at typing in this position. Team 2, missing persons research, background research. Team 3 is world fucking glasses. Yeah.
And I mean, as far as my personal non-group motivation, it was to find my grandpa and have a good lead. But we should be moving towards.
Yeah, I mean, I think finding him is part of the reality bending stuff. Let's put him on there. Grandpappy Dosk.
Yeah, and I think we shouldn't worry. Well, we shouldn't take like forever. We don't even know the status. Oh, also, before I say that, Vincent did recon for us, so we should get all of Vincent's recon information about breaking into this facility.